Another judge has ruled against Trump's attempt to kick trans people out of the military, and yet Republicans are still trying to defend the ban. Costa Rica is about to legalize marriage equality, but evangelical leaders could force a delay in weddings. And Russian authorities have dragged away 24 people for trying to hold a pride rally. We'll have the week's top LGBT news and actions you can take on Weekly Debrief. If you find Weekly Debrief helpful, you can pledge $1 or more a month on Patreon to help keep it going and get some backer rewards. Visit patreon.com/mattbaum or click the link in the description to join the folks who make the show possible. Another week, another court ruling against Donald Trump's attempt to kick trans people out of the military. This time it was a federal court ruling that the proposed ban is divorced from any trans individual's actual ability to serve. That's consistent with a new study in Health Affairs finding that, surprise, the health of trans soldiers is roughly the same as the health of cis soldiers. These are just the latest in a string of studies and court rulings chipping away at any possible justification for the ban. And yet, Republicans are still trying to defend it in court. There'll be more court dates over the next few months, and there's no telling when the issue will finally be resolved. Internationally, Costa Rica's Supreme Court just ruled that the country must legalize the freedom to marry, and they provided a deadline of 18 months for doing so. If the legislature fails to legalize marriage by spring of 2020, then it'll become legal by default. It's likely to be a long wait, however, because the legislature currently has a high proportion of evangelical leaders who are likely to resist any attempt to legislatively legalize the freedom to marry. Things are a lot more dire in Russia, where police just arrested over 24 people who were trying to hold a pride rally. Marchers were assaulted and dragged away by police, and they could be charged with the crime under Russia's strict law banning any discussion of LGBT issues. And Russia's not alone in their treatment of queer citizens. A new study finds that 44% of countries either ban LGBT groups altogether or refuse to officially recognize them. Without that recognition, those groups can't rent office space, accept donations, or perform any basic functions of support groups. International progress on human rights has slowed since Republicans took office and began dismantling programs aimed at fostering LGBTQ equality around the world. But that could change after the midterm elections, which are now just about 3 months away. There are around 400 openly queer candidates running for office in this election. That's a record number, and those races are crucial in pushing back against the dismantling of LGBTQ equality. So, this week's action item? If you haven't already, connect with victoryfund.org. They've got a full list of endorsed candidates running in races around the country with actions you can take to support their campaigns. And as always, let me know about stories that need covering in the YouTube comments and at Matt Baum on Twitter. Huge thanks to everyone who makes the show possible with a pledge of $1 or more a month on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/mattbaum or click the link in the description to check out the Patreon and the backer rewards. And I'll debrief you next week.